and we're live on Facebook. No, not on Facebook today. We're on LinkedIn and YouTube, and this is the Bright Business Talk Show. And I'm your host, Jim Miller, and we have purpose-driven conversations about business and life. Today's conversation is sponsored by the Bright Business Project at business.com. And let me throw up a quick banner here so you can see if you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or an expert that's looking for that edge in business with a community that's purpose built for supporting purpose driven entrepreneurs and experts, this is the place. And if you happen to be in Orange County, San Diego County, or Riverside County, we got you covered. Go to business.com, see what we got going on just for you. Join us in one of our live meetings. You won't regret it. That's how we met George, who's on
Yes.
the show with me today. And I just wanted to just give you an idea about what business is all about quickly. And before we brought George on, and George, welcome to the show today.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. We met at the Bright Business Group, and it was a great networking event. It's a great opportunity to be with like-minded people who are business owners who can help one another.
Yeah. Oh, it's a blast. Yeah, we have fun too. It's like such a great experience to go to these meetings because we have people from all over the county come in and give presentations and talk about what they do. And it's so much fun to see all the purpose driven businesses and lives that we're affecting. And we're growing like crazy. So, yeah. So, George, as we move into this chat here today on the Bright Business Talk Show,
Yes.
I want to ask you a question. Tell me a bit about George. I'd like to know more about you. So, I guess the first question I'd like to know is, where are you from? Where are you born? And where'd you grow up?
Um, Thank you for asking that. And I was born in Fontana, California. Grew up in Rancho Cucamonga, Ontario area. um, Football was a big part of me in my life. I played from 8 to about 26 or so.
Oh, really? Tell me about that. What was I love football. I played football up through high school,
Okay.
and
Uh,
that was a big part of my life. I loved playing football. What position did you play?
I played quarterback in high school, and then I moved to corner in college. Was Just had to transition to another position and excelled. Got an opportunity to play on the next level. Got a scholarship to play at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
Okay.
It was a great opportunity. Played there for um, my junior and senior year. Enjoyed it. It was a great learning experience getting to see the other side of the country, going to places that probably I would have never chose to see, and getting to meet some new people who I can learn from and be a better man at the end of the day.
Yeah, very good. That's cool. So you grew up in Fontana, local boy.
Yeah,
I grew up. I was born in New Jersey, and I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. I moved down. I've been living in Southern California for most of my life now, so it's great down here. Um,
yeah.
how many
You
brothers and sisters? Do you have any brothers and sisters?
No, I'm an only child.
Okay,
Yes, I'm an only child. No brothers and sisters. Just me.
cool, man. That's like how is that? I had two older sisters, and they used to gang up on me because they were like 2 years apart, and then they were 4 years
Yeah,
between me and them. And so they used to tell me things like "you're adopted," and tease me and stuff. I was like, "No,"
yeah.
but
No, it was good. I didn't have any problems with it because, like I said, I was always busy. I was always in sports. I was always doing something.
mhm.
Uh, my mom and dad always made sure to keep me active and keep me involved in being around other children and interacting with others. I was always outside. I was always doing something with others. So it
Mhm.
was never a problem being by myself. I was always around other people and in groups.
So what experiences did you have, like as you were growing up in high school and stuff, that kind of prepared you the most for what you're doing now?
I I think football and playing quarterback and being able to do or to be in the spotlight in front of thousands of people, and having to perform and not think about anything else but doing what the task that's in front of you and executing.
Yeah, how's that feel? I said, I played football. I was running back on offense, and then I played linebacker on defense. And I loved those two positions. It was so much fun. But I always was intimidated by the quarterback position. It's like, man.
I love football because it's a life game.
It is a life game.
It's a life game because you're never going to always. You're not going to just score a touchdown on every play. You have to get. You have to get 5 yards. I mean, you have to get 10 yards and get a first down before you can score, or you got to get a couple of those before you can score. So it takes time. You got to be patient and go through the baby steps to get to the end zone.
Exactly. Yeah, just doing everything right. So, in order to be the quarterback, you had to become the quarterback before you got that position.
I agree.
Can you explain that? What was your journey to become the quarterback?
I think my dad pushed me, and he was always a leader in what he was doing, and pushed me to be a leader in the groups that I was in, and being the and
So
leading.
what groups were you in? Like what, Boy Scouts or stuff like that?
No, I mean football. It was just, I mean, just the friend groups. I mean, playing quarterback. You're the leader of 22 men.
Right.
Or
Yeah. Right.
or
That was
essentially.
what was intimidating to me, because I hadn't become that person. And my dad was active in my life, but not. Sounds like you're fortunate to have a dad that was with you like that.
I was very fortunate to have my father in my life all the way up until I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a pivotal point in building who I am, and as you see on the screen, I'm the third. He was junior, so I gotta make sure I keep that legacy going and make sure I make him proud.
So, Grandpa George the First, did you get to know him at all?
Yeah, I know him. He's in Louisiana. He's
He's still around?
he is still around. He's on the opposite, or he's in Louisiana enjoying life there. Yes.
Okay. Did he have an impact on your life in the early days?
Not too much. I didn't really interact with him, but my grandfather on my mother's side, Hawkins Johnson, who was amazing man. He had a great influence on my life and who I was. He was a pivotal person in who created me and made me into the man you see today.
Oh, that's fantastic. So it sounds like you'd say that having that kind of association with people in your life is important.
Agreed. Having positive male figures, especially, I mean, with for a man to grow up is something critical. I mean, everybody needs those positive male figures in their life to be able to shape them and mold them into the future men that we can be.
Yeah, that becoming your best self. It, would you say that then that is that affecting your life today? And if so, how?
Repeat that. I'm
If
sorry.
would you say that that aspect of life, having people in your life that you are helping to guide you, and that you rely on that way, is that an important thing to keep going in your life
Yes.
as you get
I mean,
older?
yes, I agree. I mean, I think that creates, I mean, that creates and shapes your purpose as like we first started off with in this talk, with like having a true purpose on why you're doing what you're doing and what you're doing it for is crucial.
Yeah, and having this, it's like for me, it's like I've had some really, really good people in my life. I've been very fortunate with that. And now I mentioned I just celebrating my birthday
Yes,
today. And
happy birthday, Jim.
thank
It's your
you.
birthday today.
Yeah,
Yes,
if I
happy
had if I
birthday.
had sound effects, I'd go, yay.
Yes, you're
Another
young 37. I mean, young 67. The young
thank you.
67.
I appreciate the mistake. Uh,
Yes,
but it's having those people in my life that now, as I'm looking back, I can now give back because people poured into me. I have enough and to spare to give back to those who are coming up behind me now,
yeah,
and that's so rewarding. Uh,
yeah. That's a huge part, and when being able to give back and is rewarding because you're getting to help somebody else, and being able to put a smile on somebody else's face at the end of the day.
yeah, yeah, and help them through their challenges and their struggles, and saying it's okay, or kick them in the butt sometimes, and uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Everybody needs a kick in the butt or a hand to say after you get kicked and knocked down, a hand to pick you up and help you get back up to get where you need to be as well.
right, yeah, yeah, and have fun with it. It's that's what life's about.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, tell me about your profession. How did you get into that, and what is it that excites you about that?
So I got into it, like I said, because um, I got into it because I wanted to be my own business owner. I wanted to create my own opportunities, as
Hmm.
well as because of my father. Um, I lost my father when I was 13.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry. I was going to ask you about that, but I figured it'd come up.
yeah, I mean that's the reason, and uh, the reason why I work for the company I work for now in New York Life, and
Mm.
the profession I'm in helping people plan for the future, and build generational wealth. My, my dad, like I said, my dad passed when I was 13. So if he would have had anything in place when he passed, if he would have had life insurance or any retirement options for me, my mom wouldn't have had to be a single mother. She wouldn't have had to fight to keep a roof over my head, to ensure that there was food in my mouth, and
Mm.
do that all on her own. She would have had some type of financial backing behind that. So like we never think of, and my dad passed at 33, which
Oh,
which is very young, to
that's
where
way
we
too young.
never agreed, to where we never think of how these things can happen, but you got to have those safeguards in place to be able to get there. So that's a big reason, and the main reason to why I got into this profession, to be able to help kids not be like me.
What
So
are
if
some of the things that you went through that maybe you could have been avoided, or risks maybe that you had to kind of navigate through as you were growing up because of that situation?
just not being able to ask questions to somebody who's already had the experience of being there before me.
Mm.
Um, like me and my father were close, so I can go to him and ask him anything that that I wanted to, or that came to mind, and he would openly have a conversation with me and talk to me about it.
Mm.
So
And how
not,
was it after he passed with your mom? I mean, what did she have to deal with? Can you describe that?
um my mom had to deal with a lot as well. Just before that, she had to deal with kidney failure. She's been on dialysis since I was 10,
Wow.
or like, yeah, about 10 or so.
Mm.
So she's had to deal with a lot, and being a single mom and transitioning into that, and so I give her the utmost respect for fighting through and being as strong as she is, for um, doing the things that she does for me on, or doing the things that she does for me on a daily, and helping me out to be me. Yes.
Yeah. So being a professional in the finance world gives you an opportunity to help people like your mom, and it sounds like that one of the driving factors that drove you into wanting to do what you're doing now. What was your road like to get there, um, and how are you liking it right now?
The road's been tough. I mean, being an entrepreneur, and pushing through, and creating your own business and working for yourself and being your own boss is difficult, because you have to you don't have control of the end result. You can only control your effort and what you put out, and try to make sure that that effort is good enough for a customer to say, yes, I do want this, and to be able to, okay, I trust you enough to be able to trust you with my money, and say I'm gonna go forward, and um, know that you're gonna help me reach my financial goals and get to where I want to be at the end of the day.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a big thing. So you have family? Why you married?
I'm not yet.
Okay.
I'm single, no kids. Um, just working to get there. I haven't found that woman yet.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's like it's okay. It's
I
okay.
agree. I agree. I agree. I there's no there I'm not there. There's no rush.
Yeah. Well, you want
So,
to find the right you want to find the right person.
agreed. That's going to be the toughest decision. I mean, that's the biggest decision a man makes in his life.
Yeah, right. And it's like I'm learning now that you attract who you've become.
Agreed.
So it's
Agreed.
important to be constantly working on who you're becoming. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you do every day to become better?
I go to the gym. That is a big part of me. Excuse me. In my dedication and something I do is making sure like a goal of my for myself is to be in the gym 5 days out of the week, um, as well as for to read. Um,
Okay.
so to work my brain and to work my body on a daily.
What do you
And
like to read? What kind of things you got on the plate right now?
so the current book I'm reading is the Personal MBA. Um,
Okay.
um, how to be your own business owner and being there. A lot of the psychology of money is a huge book that I've read that has been critical to help to where I'm going or to where I'm going and giving me knowledge. And reading is a huge tool that my father instilled in me to to be able to. I mean, that's the best way we can be able to learn and gain more knowledge.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love listening to books now too. I used to be in corporate sales, and so I was traveling. I had 11 Western states, half of Canada, and I was traveling all over the place.
You were
So
doing well.
what's that?
I said you were doing well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had a blast. I had a really good career. It was fun, but it was away from my family a lot, so I made some trade offs. But listening to books, I was always listening to something. Like right now, I'm listening. I've got like 5 books I'm listening to at various
Yeah,
times. So I love
yeah.
it. I love
I
just
I,
learning.
I have I have 4 books in my audio queue right now too.
Yeah, very cool. What's the one that comes top of mind? The NBA one.
Actually, let me.
I'm looking at Go Live. There's Jeffrey Gitomer and Ken Walls wrote a book called Go Live, and I'm listening to that right now, and that's a great book.
Yeah, a book I'm reading right now is positive intelligence, as well as shut up
Oh,
and
that's the
listen.
one that Don Voss was talking about.
Yes.
That's one I'm listening to too. That's a great
Yeah.
book, Positive Intelligence, because I've learned about um, the emotional quotient and of course the intelligence quotient, but the positivity quotient that and then that intelligence is the way he brings it out is really cool. It's a different
Yes.
perspective, and I
Agreed.
think it's an important work that Don brought into the fold at Bright Business Talk.
I agree. Don brought that in, and I've started to read that book. That's one that's in my queue right now. That I've really um, jumped on, as well as Atomic Habits. Is really
Oh yeah,
good.
was that James Clear?
Yes,
Yeah, he's great.
yes.
Have you used that? Have you used Atomic Habits for anything? I have a story on
Um,
that.
yeah, I mean, like I said, just those. I mean, the 2 habits that going to the gym, and
Okay.
reading. Those are like two big habits um, that I put in place for myself to help me be a better me, as well as reading and studying and just putting the systems in place for yourself to help you be the best you can be.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have like the Atomic Habits. I started reading that book, and I was thinking, what can I do that I want to do I'm just not doing. And one of them was going to the gym, and the other one was conquering my fear of speaking live in front of a camera. I was
Yes.
just so tired of being afraid of that. And so I read Atomic Habits, and I was thinking, well, how could I use that? And so what I did for both of those issues, and it's changed my life because I started. doing Facebook Lives. I set a commitment to do 100 3 to 6 minute Facebook Lives every day for 100 days. And it took me a little longer than 100 days, but I did 102 of those Facebook Lives.
Congrats.
And
You meet your goal.
I met my
Or
goal.
you
And it
met,
was
you,
those
you met
little
your goal.
baby steps.
No, actually, no, you succeeded your goal. You hit 102.
I did 102, and it was, and now I've got 3 podcasts that I do, and it's like I'm doing them live now, and it's like changed my life in that regard, and it's
There you go.
fun. It's opened up so many doors, meeting people like you, and having these experiences with Bright Business, and I've got 2 other shows that I do, and it's just so much fun that I wouldn't have done if I hadn't read that Atomic Habits book, and asked myself that question: what can
Yes.
I do that's like kicking me in the butt right now? That it's fear keeping me from becoming who I could become, and being able to add the value in the world that I have the potential of adding. So
Agreed.
I did
gotta-
that, and it's opened up doors. And then while I was on, I do like I call them a walk and talk, or a walkie talkie. And I go for a walk in the morning. I do my 3 to 6 minutes. And then on my way home, I'd stop at the gym. It was on the way home. So I'd walk in and I'd just check in with my phone, my membership. And that was it. That was my atomic habit. I just did that. I showed up.
Yes.
And I got in the habit of showing up at the gym every day
That's the
as
first
I was
step.
doing those 100 lives. And now I go to the gym every day, and I spend, half hour to an hour doing stuff that I should be doing, being in zone 2, get my heart rate up,
Exactly. Yeah.
getting, get my body healthy and keeping it up so that I can live till I'm 180.
That's why that's why you're still a vibrant young man.
Exactly. So it's like it all adds up. And it started with that book, that Atomic Habits book, and picking that up and just asking that question. So important to, I think, to take those little risks and take those steps and make those little micro commitments every day to becoming something better than you are right now. And
I agree.
all it takes is one little thing, just doing it consistently, and you can change the world.
Yes, I agree. Just doing something small can result in something huge, significant.
Yes. The people I've met, so it's great. What's your advice to a single mom who wants to gain generational wealth, who's heard that idea and say, okay, I like that idea of generational wealth. I'm a single mom. I got, I'm working 3 jobs. My kids are, I hardly get to see them anymore. I got no time. I'm stretched to the limit. I'm taking food stamps. I've got no money extra to do anything with. And yet you are saying I can create generational wealth. Help me understand how to do that. I'm challenging you here.
So based off the scenario that you gave of a single mother who's struggling to get there, first thing I would help her with is planning. Let's put a plan together and put a plan in place to see why we're struggling and to see how we can correct it. What habits, what bad habits are we having with our money that we're doing that's resulting in us not getting to the place that we want to be. Next, we go with budget. We budget, find out where your money's going. Go through each of your expenses, all of your needs, the things that you need on a daily, are the things you need on a monthly to be able to function and for you and your kids to be able to live comfortably. And then next, see where we can eliminate some of the some of the overspending, and where we can limit ourselves, and then adjust that budget to get us in a comfortable place where our bottom line is in the green, to where we're not negative every month in our bank account, rather than we see something positive. And then once we are able to see something positive, start putting that money into a retirement avenue that can help protect her and her kids for generations to come.
Awesome. So, what is the definition, in your view, of generational wealth? What does that mean?
Life insurance. I'm going to be direct. That's the only way that you can actually do it and pass something down to your
So, do you got to be dead before you can
no.
pass that along?
No, the best life insurance is for your life and for you to be able to utilize it. The biggest thing I help with my clients is helping them build their own bank.
Okay. Yeah, I've had one of those. I had one of those. It's a whole life policy, right? That you can get into, where you can actually borrow from yourself and then pay yourself back at interest, and it's not income; it's a loan, so you don't have to pay tax on it.
Exactly. So you're putting your money into an asset that's building equity for yourself. So, like you said, a cash value life insurance policy that will grow equity for you. So, prime example, for if that single mom she's buying toys and clothes and things, especially now this time of year, where in December, where Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
Instead of putting that $200-300 away for the kids to buy them clothes that are gonna deteriorate in a year, and your kids are gonna probably outgrow them in a year. Put $200 away a month, $300 away a month for your kids to have to have an asset for themselves, to have something in retirement for themselves, because like you said, you can take out a tax-free loan against your own money, instead of going to a bank and asking them for a credit check and going through an approval process and having high interest rates. You go to you go to your own policy. You take a loan out from yourself. You call George up and say, "Hey, George, I need a policy for $20K out of my account. I I do things on the back end to get that in. You'll see that money in your account probably in 48 hours or or maybe even less than that. And you'll be able to use that money however you want. And you're going to pay yourself back instead of paying back a bank. You pay back Jim, or in this case, that single mom is paying back herself to be able to rinse and repeat to whatever she needs to do. And if anything were to happen at the end of the day, her kids are protected as well. Her kids can grieve correctly, and not worry about a financial burden to be able to grieve and to get over the loss of their mother.
That's huge.
I agree.
What other things is there anything else that might be included in that term generational wealth that you offer, that you bring to the table?
So we're a full financial services company. We're like Fidelity or
So let me go ahead and pull your website up here. We can chat about it.
Yes. We're just like any big brokerage. If you can scroll up, we are like we've been around for the last 175 79 years, about to be 180 years. We've been around since 1845. We are AAA rated by every financial institution there is, to be able to help you reach your goals. So like you can see that here's my site, any information that you want regarding, if you can scroll up a little bit.
This way?
Yes, sir. Right there. Stop right there. No. Down a little bit past the protecting your family. So on that portion, protecting your family, if someone wants to, they can add their information in there. So how I can help is protection planning. So like I said, making sure that your family has protection for themselves as well as retirement income. Like I said, I'm a single man now, or that single mom. She wants to be able to live comfortably herself in retirement. She needs some avenues to be able to get her there. Her 401k that she has at work may not, or most likely will not get her all the way through retirement. So I can help her reach her goals and add some outside sources to be able to invest and put her money into some safe avenues to have her live comfortably in retirement.
Cool. So how would this apply, if it does, how would it apply to a business owner? How could you help a business owner with what you do?
So business owner, same way. Business owner with protecting the business, with that business.
So what does that mean, protecting the business? Give me an example.
So protecting the business, putting safeguards in place to ensure that if any of the key employees within the business were to leave or go anywhere, that the business is protected, because a lot of small businesses have 2 or 3 employees that are critical to their business. And if that person, if something were to happen to that person, how would the business run? And how would the business continue to function, and how would it be able to flourish without that person being there? As well as with, I can help business owners with employee retention, putting retirement avenues in place for small business owners with 2 to 150 employees or so. If you have employees, and you're going to look a lot more attractive to potential employees if you have retirement plans in place for your employees. So I can help business owners with employee retention, but with allowing them and showing them some great options to help their employees have retirement options like life insurance, 401ks, IRAs, anything to help them build wealth as well.
Okay, cool. So looking at your website here, you've got life is a journey. We're here to help you along the way. So what's ideally the earliest someone should connect with you and start gaining access to your services and expertise?
Today.
Yeah. Yesterday. 10 years
I
ago.
agree. Yesterday. I mean, excuse me.
So how old should they be? So they be like in high school, or should they be like in college, or where should they be?
There's no right and wrong time to start. Today is always the best day. I mean, with retirement planning, you're never going to be younger than you are today.
Right.
I wish I would have started. I wish I would have started planning when I was 18.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. If my parents would have started planning for me when I was a child and gifted me, gifted me a policy or putting something in place for me to have a retirement option for myself younger, would be great as well. So just planning for those things. So anytime, like we talked about at the beginning, football is what started me. And if you don't have a plan in place, you're not going to execute that play at the end of the day. So if you don't have a plan in place for your retirement, how are you going to execute on that play of you turning 67 and being comfortably in retirement?
So I feel like as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking about what, I'm in an age where I'm basically, retirement age now, and I'm choosing to stay in the mix.
Yes.
I've got money, but I don't have a job per se, but it's like I'm still busy, but I'm doing what I want to do. But I think, go ahead.
You being a retired person, you need your money to be able to last you to the end.
Right. Yeah, that's like my biggest fear. Like, what happens if I run out and I ain't getting younger? So it's like that. It's really important.
And I can help with that as well. So any type of or go ahead, Jim. Sorry.
I was just thinking, it's like the thing we're talking about is how young somebody should be, and I was thinking about my interpretation when I was in my 20s of what life insurance was wrong. I was thinking life insurance was something that you buy that pays out when you die.
Agreed. And that's a misconception that a lot of people think.
Yeah, and I think that's a big point, that if I'd have known that, I'd have looked at it differently, and I'd have maybe made some different decisions about using life insurance to help me build my life and my family, to give them what you're offering here, a great retirement. But that, when I was in my 20s, it's like retirement, it's like way out there. I don't need to worry about that really right now. I'll put something away in my
You think you have time?
Because you got time. And that rule of 72 working for you. But right now at 67, I got some left, but it ain't enough to do, what could have been done if I'd started earlier. Does that make sense?
No, I agree.
And then getting married, that's a big step. I mean, you're getting into, you may be moving into that realm at some point. So what are you doing now before you're married with what you know to get yourself in a position to be, to have the benefits of life insurance? Can you share that? Does that make sense? Did I lose you? I'm just like,
I didn't hear the last.
On your website, you talk about there's a section here called getting married, right? And we talked a little bit about that. Yes. That you're a single guy, but that maybe you want to someday get married, right? So what is it? My question is, what is it that you're doing now? Can you hear me? Did I lose you? Uh-oh.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Can you hear me? Maybe not.
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So my question was about when that time comes, what are you doing now with what you know about the life insurance industry that would give someone who's thinking of, that is planning to get married at some point, what should they be doing before they get married to utilize your services and make that process even better?
Start saving and start putting a plan in place and start setting goals for yourself. Think about where you want to be in the next 2, 5, 10 and 30 years.
Okay.
Where you want to be in those segments in your life, and what do you want, and sit with me to put a plan in place to be able to get there.
So paint a picture for me. What are the possibilities? What does that look like? What do you want? That's such a big, like, what do I do with that? How do I break that down? Say I'm 20 something and I'm talking to you and we're chatting about, okay, and you just said what you said, and I like, okay, but how do I do that? What that's just so big for me to think about right now.
Okay.
Can you break it down?
Yeah. Just write your goals down, where you want to be. So if you're 20, say you're 20, 22, coming straight out of college,
Mm-hmm.
In 2 years, at 24, what do you want to change? Where do you want to be in a realistic goal? Where do you want to be in your career? Where do you want to be financially? Where do you want to be living? Where do you want your expenses to be? And then 5 years so 22, so at 27, where's the next step? Where do you want to be from there? And then 10 years at 37, where do you want to be at? Do you want to be a homeowner? Do you want to do you want to have business in place? Do you have a family? Do you not? What are you moving? What are you doing at that point? And then 20 years down the line, at 47, or actually 30 years down the line, at 57. Now, do we want to be? Or actually, no, at 52, because we're a 22-year-old. At 52, 30 years down the line, I should be retired. I should be 30 years into my career, right? So how can where is my retirement income? Where should it be at? And is it going to last me till 80, 85, 87?
Yeah. Well, something I learned about that. It's like, it doesn't take age to retire. It takes money.
It doesn't necessarily take money. It just takes a plan, and to be able to have you just have to budget correctly. You have to have your income more than your expenses.
Right.
It's not necessarily money. It's because everybody's financial situation is different.
Now, like my grandfather, he retired when he was 42.
Mm-hmm.
And he did really well in business. He had a couple of businesses, and he did really well. And he lived till he was 97. And he lived a way longer than he worked as a retired man. And so and what that took for him to do was cash flow.
Yes. Cash flow is the biggest thing. And if in retirement, just to ensure that you have that you're living comfortably, is that your cash flow is coming in significantly more than where your expenses are, especially as a retiree. You're on a fixed income.
Well, if you plan to be on a fixed income,
agreed.
If you have assets that are paying,
if you have assets that are paying you out money, then yes, you're your income is increasing during that time.
Yeah, and as Kiyosaki says, an asset isn't your house. An asset puts money in your pocket.
I agree.
So, yeah,
Yes.
so it's cash flow coming in. So building a business was his secret.
Yes, it's very simple. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. An asset is something that puts money into it. I agree. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's funny how people don't really get that. It's especially if you're an employee, you think your employer is going to take care of you for that whole period of time and pay you the 401k is going to fulfill your needs for retirement. But I find a lot of people during the course of their employment, as during their career, there's interruptions in there. You don't always make the same amount of money. You don't always put money aside every month for your retirement. So it interrupts that flow and the plan that you made, or things happen, life happens that just interrupt that process. So it either extends out the time that you thought you were going to be able to leave the workforce, or it gives you, it makes you have to do something else in order to meet that plan. So what you're doing is helping people try to figure that out and get something together in writing, sounds like, where you get a piece of paper out and you start making a plan. And that's so important to do. Even if it doesn't all happen, it's at least you're thinking about it and you've got something going.
Exactly. And that's the issue that a lot of Americans face today is they're not they're not thinking about 5 years down the line. They're just thinking about tomorrow or the end of the month or next month.
Right. Or today. It's like,
exactly.
Oh man. And the bills don't stop.
No.
Pandemic happens, you lose your job, bills don't stop.
Bills will, no, they don't stop at all. Yes. So having plans in place and things in place to be able to combat those bills that are never ending are a great way to be able to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. So describe again what you're bringing to the table in terms of purpose and drive to help your customer.
Purpose is I'm gonna be the best financial professional that I can be, and to fulfill every need of the customer that is there. If they need me at 1 a.m. and because something happened, feel free to give me a call and I'll be here for you to help in any way I can. I feel that's what can separate me from anybody else, is that I'm gonna go above and beyond to ensure that you reach your goals, and if we don't get there, find a way to be able to put another plan in place to get there, and continue to grow and reach those goals that we want to get to.
Excellent. That's great. So what are the biggest risks that people face for not having the proper protection in place? What things happen to you if you're not protected?
Your family, you have to have your family can't grieve correctly, and you can't fulfill the obligations that you set for your family, because like you said before, the bills are not going to stop, and the bills do not stop
Right.
after they're not going to stop after that situation as well.
Right.
They're going to keep coming. So having something in place and having protection for your family to say, hey, I got this part of it for you. Because I mean, the critical, what are the two guarantees we have in life?
Oh, let me see. What was it? Death and taxes, right?
So so making sure you're protected for that, and that your family is going to do that, as well as protecting from those taxes, having a tax-free option for yourself to not have to deal with Uncle Sam at the end of the day to be able to get those things done. So as a financial professional, I can help you with both of those guarantees in life.
That's great. So what does it take to get started with you?
A phone call or a click to that link, and sit down. So a conversation with me to start off to set a plan in place is free. We sit down, talk, and see where we can go. There's no obligation. There's no pressure. I want to help. I want to see how I can help you grow and help your family grow.
That's cool. Can you give me any idea of what like a success story that you've experienced?
Success stories, yes.
Yeah, like your clients, what that that you've been able to help.
Yeah, I've helped countless teachers as well as real estate agents and entrepreneurs just start building wealth. So I'm helping a couple teachers right now start maximizing their pension for themselves down the line, to help them grow. They have a pension in place that only 3% of Americans have, which is great. But let's maximize that and push that to the limit, and how we can get the most out of it. Biggest success story is just being able to see the smiles on the family's faces, to know that they're protected and they can have peace of mind at the end of the day, that they know that they can sleep well, that their family's protected, and and they're growing assets for themselves to be the best in retirement, and to live the most comfortable and successful life they can.
All right, fantastic. Oh, so here comes Florin. Florin, would you be okay if I brought Florin on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, George. He's of course the founder of the Bright Business Project, and he can hop on and join us here, and we can have continue the chat. We got a couple minutes left before we hit the top of the hour. So, Florin, you ready to go, buddy? All right, here we go. I'm gonna add Florin in. Thank you. We're going to stay around after we're done on the live. I'll end the stream when we're done with Florin, and then we can chat a bit. So I'll bring Florin in. Florin, are you there?
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah, hang on. Let me hang on. There we go. All right, I figured this tech out. Hey, Florin, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, George. All good, my friend. All good. Nice to meet you. Sorry for being a little bit late, but we're working.
Oh, yes,
good. How's everything?
Busy.
Everything is good.
George and I are sitting here playing and having a conversation.
Are you getting ready for the holidays, George?
Yes. Holiday season is here, and looking forward to spending some quality time with the family and enjoying some good food.
Oh yeah,
yes.
It's all about holidays. Yeah,
What
are you
about
ready? Are you
yourself?
ready? All the games about the clients. Let's talk about clients. Your clients. How do you treat them now during the holiday season? Let's talk about if you have 1 minute.
How do I treat them during the holiday season?
Yeah, and how do you think? I heard this. Somebody said, "Oh, I do not have customers. I do have clients," or something like this. So you go one step beyond just treat them as a
Yeah,
buyer.
they're just not a statistic. Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
They're an actual person and somebody who is dealing with life and has things that are going on. So being empathetic and um, being able to understand the different ups and downs that life gives you,
yeah,
and being able to pivot and and work around those things and be able to make those ups or downs, or make that down and up, and
yeah.
or make that up continue to go up.
Yes. So you're part of the family at the end of the day, right? So
Yes.
you're part of each family. So you don't have customers. You have a family. You have they rely on you.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
uh, your customers rely heavily on you.
yeah, yeah,
um, I mean, you're building a relationship with them at the end of the day.
yeah. That's this is all about. In fact, lately I was looking at our community here at the Bright Business, and I just got a case study coming from Mike Miller. You met him. Is a good
Yes.
friend of us, and wonderful. And he's talking about the family. So how important is to have a right community around you. And I understood the same thing. Like I said, how important is to have the right people, the people you can rely on it, or rely on when when you have different challenges, or you want to move from A to B, and to have the right community. And I don't know. I'm saying this because I guess your extended family are kind of the same, right? They expect you to be there when they need you, and to educate them and to support them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Do you have something special for the holidays for them?
For my clients coming up,
Yep.
um, not necessarily. Just making sure, just to the clients that I do have, just giving a gift and happy holidays to them, and just checking in on them, seeing how their family's doing.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
making sure if they need anything on my end,
Mhm.
that I'm here for them.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is a trying time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is the best way to show that you're here for them. This is the best time when.
Yes.
Yeah, no, thank you. Just talking about families. I don't know. I've been a little bit. How can I say? Very. I've been touched by this report, by this little case study coming from Mike, and seeing Edgar. You met Edgar in Irvine.
Yes.
Yeah. So wonderful, wonderful. Another family member, if I can say, and seeing the work and how we can collaborate, how we can help each other. So he had an interview with Mike, sort of interview, just to build this case study to see is there any value in a Bright business community, and how to express that value, where the value is coming from. And seeing another member working on this case study is and how they were able to collaborate and build this relation. And this is something for me. Sometimes it's not all about money. Sometimes about the family, the energy, so the
Yes.
vibes around you. So it means a lot. So yeah, that's why I want to kind of share with you.
Yes. I appreciate that, Floyd.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. And I hope you're doing the same thing with your people. And the best marketing strategy for me is when you have your customers talking about you. oh, I have George, when I was coming to this particular service, and don't think about, I have my buddy here. He's not just a professional working for New York Life or whatever. He's my friend. He's here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's
You have to make sure you build those relationships. Excuse me. That your customers feel that they can come to you at any point and talk to you.
Yeah. That's going back to the family. You're here to support. They can rely on you, and you're building ambassadors. They just go and talk, even when you're not there. Anyway, talking about Bright Business, what is your overall your perception? You've been at only one meeting, I guess, right?
I've been to a couple, and the perception is really good. It's a great opportunity for business owners and like-minded people to collaborate and to be able to work together, give each other ideas on how to grow your business, as well as refer clients to one another to be able to grow your businesses within your own small community.
Yeah, that's a good point, because somebody said, "Oh, you are a networking group." No, we are not networking group. Oh, you are a referral group or something. No, we are not referral group. But what you are? Who are you? That's something, because we generate referrals. Yeah, but it's not a pressure about, oh, I need to give me referrals, or I have to give you. No, these are just happening. And I
Yes.
wouldn't even use the word referrals. I just talk people about you just because I like you. But you have to win that respect. The same thing with me or Jim. We have to win that respect to show people you're a reliable person. And referrals are just happening. There's no that pressure. And on the other side, when it's coming to networking, we are not just to exchange business cards expecting something. We're just here to collaborate and support each other. This is
Yes, I agree.
fun. Yeah, this is the fun part. Something we're trying to we're working on understanding why we're a little bit different than any other networking / referral community or group on the market, and how can we position ourselves, because we are like peer-to-peer advisory group, supportive group, but in the same time, yes, we generate businesses, and we are all about bottom line. We are about purpose and supporting entrepreneurs to generate the financial resources and then manifest their purpose. So now, like tomorrow, we have the marketing and sales group. We are not only talking about purpose, but we want to see what exactly, step by step, should we do to generate the financial resources and connect with clients, generate leads, and convert leads all the way to the sales. So yeah, I don't know. I need to explain, not to explain, or just to brainstorm with you. Because like you said, I thought you've been to only one event in Irvine. I know you made it. You made it to the one in Corona.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been to a couple events.
Yes.
Yeah.
Part
So
of the
we're
team. George is part of the team.
Yeah. I like you one day maybe to join us if you feel like we are the right fit for you. But by the way, we have another meeting on Wednesday in Corona. Wednesday, the same location in Spirity from 9 a.m. And we're gonna have Tony Liu, the new chairperson of the club, talking a little bit about his experience as an attorney. He's a business litigation attorney. And
that's Tony Liu. He was on the show last week.
Yeah. And this is really good. This is a really kind person, but a really good attorney also. And we're gonna have Stephanie Davis talking about. She's an accountant. She doesn't like the word CPA. I don't know why. And she's so
much more than that, though, Florence. Like she does forensics.
Oh yeah.
where she'll go in and actually help you figure out what's wrong and fix
Mhm.
it,
Yeah.
which is a tremendous asset to any business because there's always issues. And one of the things she specializes in, I interviewed her, so I got some of this inside scoop from her. She's really good at when you like if you buy a company or you
Oh,
acquire
yeah.
a company and you want to onboard that company into your process, she'll go in and help you do that. And she'll actually go to the locations and help each location to integrate into the new system. And it's just tremendous. And she knows like 5 languages. She's an amazing,
Yeah.
amazing asset.
And very
And
kind person also. Yeah, and she's an expert on cybersecurity and an active networker and support. And a community builder. I think she's an ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce and Chino Hills. She's been for years
yeah,
now.
great.
Yeah, in fact, she's one of the person talking about. Did you have a chance, George, to meet Stephanie?
No.
Oh, okay. You should come Wednesday. Yeah, she's super kind person, and we had this a Bright Business Riverside, this accelerator for 2 hours every week, and we would spend another 2 hours in a parking lot talking on the different business subjects and try to kind of understand different things. And I think Stephanie and Carolyn, they were behind the Bright Business Project the way it is today. So I should give them credit for this. So yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, thank you.
Lauren, we're about an hour and 11 now, so we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
Got anything last thoughts? Either of you guys, George?
Jim, thank you for the opportunity. It was a great time talking to you and being able to.
Fun. I enjoyed it.
I did too. I had a great time talking to you, getting to know you, as well as letting everybody else know about me, and as well as me and my business. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, George.
Thank you.
Lauren, any last thoughts before we head out?
No, I'm very pleased. I'm sorry for being a little bit late, but I was driving and I was interacting a little bit on LinkedIn. Thank you, George, for
cool.
joining us, for joining Jim today.
Yeah,
Yes.
For those watching, the next meeting is on Wednesday. Go to business.com. I just put it up there. Go ahead and go to business.com and you'll see all of the events coming up. If you're in Orange County, if you're in Riverside County, or you're in San Diego County, we've got a program that you need to check out. If you're a business owner, or if you're an expert like George is an expert in life insurance for individuals, families, businesses, check us out. You're gonna find, I think, that having access to a purpose-driven community that's supercharged like this one and growing, hand over foot every month. We're getting new members in, and we're growing our league of experts and business owners, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. That you're going to find it'll help you to build your business and fulfill the purpose that you have that's driving you today in your business and life. So look forward to seeing you there, and I look forward to meeting you.
Yes, sir.
With that, we'll say goodbye. You guys hang out for a sec if you can. I'm going to end the stream. So everybody, see you next. This is it until January 6th. The next show is going to be on January 6th. So we'll announce it on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So see you.
You're going to have a location. Thank you so much.